to come, but in a few hours from the incident, Roy released a word through Papa, and he said it will be reversed in less than 3 hours from now, and it happened. If you recall, I said the big one, the part 2 is coming. So yes, I'm here to acknowledge the faithfulness of Roy, the God who says an interview even when you are sleeping on your bed. And even when he looks at time, you are still sleeping, he goes there to represent you. So this time around is actually about miraculous career breakthrough and elevation. Sometime last year, about December, January to this year, one of my former colleagues who later became one of the top government officials, sometime on the altar, the word of God came through Papa, and he prophesied and said, release your name in the atmosphere. Release your name in the atmosphere that something is coming. I don't know when the God of perfection say release your name in the atmosphere. Release congratulations. Put a date. Release your name. Release congratulations. Put a date. Release your name. Release congratulations. Put a date. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Release your name. So I held the word and I was calling my name and followed the instruction of the prophecy. Later on, my former colleague who later rose to one of the top government officials, I called him. So when I called him, he said that he has been looking for my number on how to get me, that something came up, that he would want me to come to his office right now. Before now, I've been manager in about how many commercial banks, but at some point I had to resign and go. Coming to the one I was doing before this, he said something came up. It's about a role I feel you can fill up. I said, what about it? He said a bank, a fintech bank has just come up. The board is asking me, looking at I have been in the financial sector before, who do you think that can manage the affairs of the company? So recall when this conversation was going on, recall there's a word from God that I should release my name in the atmosphere. Recall again that in 2 years I have not spoken to him, I have not seen him, we have not spoken. So the whole thing started after the word of God came through Pastor Jerry, and I came. This is the conversation. After that conversation, a word came again. Something big is coming. It will be higher than you expected. It will make up for the years you have been waiting for. Something is coming. It is bigger than your prayer. Something is coming. It will happen too fast. Something is coming. It will make up for all the years of rejection, of disappointment. Something is coming. It will shock your enemy. It will surprise your friends. Something is coming. I told him, yes, I will do it. He said, okay. He said, the board has sat for 2 times and I was mentioning your name. The first time I mentioned it, they were asking me, how is it that you have so confidence of this person? And they asked him, have you called him? He said, no. The second time they asked him, that person you told us, are you changing your mind or is still the same person you want to manage our affairs? He said, yes. He said, what's the name? He mentioned my name again. Then when he told me that I left, the word came that something big is coming. It will be bigger than you expected. Few days later, he called me, said, where are you? He said, I want to remind you that tomorrow is the visit that the board came down to Enugu because I reside in Enugu, that they want to see you and have an interview with you. I came at the right time, standing at the gates. When their entourage was passing, they stopped and marched me into the car. I followed them. When we got there, it was like a meeting of kings. You know, when you see security agencies everywhere. So I was just praying in my mind. I said, the word of God that came through Pastor Jerry, is it what is about to happen? So he tapped me and said, Mike, let's just be marching. I know you can do it. So we moved in. The first question the chairman asked me when I was walking in, are you a pastor? I said, yes, sir. He nodded his head. So, but then, in my mind, I knew because that was about when we were having our 21 days fast. This is happening on the day 19th. And you know that time is just prayer. Even when you want to greet, you start praying. At that point, after the interview, they were actually interviewing me as if you're going to be a manager, but to the surprise of the word that came through our Papa, that something big is coming, that is going to be beyond what you expected. It will be bigger than you expected. That is the word. So I finished. He said, the person sitting beside you is the GMD. Do try and change your contact with him. He's going to get back to you on this conversation. Then I left. In a few weeks' time, I received a call that my name is so-so person. I'm in head office. I was asked to call you that the management need you in Abuja, our head office, which I will send to you, that you are coming to resume duty in Abuja. Note, when this call came, I have not received my offer letter yet. But because I knew who was propelling me, I'm not bothered about anything. Say immediately I drop this call, you're going to receive your flight ticket to Abuja, where you will resume. Then the question now becomes, resume as what? But I didn't want to ask. I said, no problem. But she dropped the call. She sent me the flight ticket. I prayed on the message she sent, and I moved the next morning. When I arrived, the head of recruitment said, let me show you way to your office. So she showed me my office. He said, congratulations, GM. Let's start. Yeah! What God cannot do! What God cannot do! Just hold on, I'm coming. So, as I moved into the office, I sense in my spirit, you need to register the person that brought you here. I said, ma'am, this is my office. She said, yeah, it's okay. If you need anything, call us. She on the light and on the AC, everything. She left. I locked the door. I went down on the floor and began to call her off. I said, come and finish what you have started. I am here again. Come and take your place in this place. So when I finished, the phone on the table rang. They said, the chairman wants to see you. I was given my offer letter and I was congratulated as the general manager of the tech company. You'll be covering the head office here, Lagos, Enugu, and the other new branches that will be springing up. So, and you know where I was before is about 6 digits, but this is 7 digits. 7 digits by the word of Elroy through Pastor Jerry. No man can do this except Elroy. I'm here to say, Pastor Jerry, the oil on your head will never run dry. It will continue to flow from generation to generation. Yes, because we are the one who made me. And to say that, in Luke 19:31, there's a command Jesus gave his disciples to go and untie the cords. You are the one Elroy used to untie my cords. Because there is nothing to show, there is not evidence to show that, yes, you're a best graduating student in finance, but yet you are where you are. And not only that, there's also a command in 1 Kings 17:7-17, where you know what happened there. I am like that person who is commanded to do that. I'm not only here to give Elroy what belongs to him, I'm here to offer the 7 digits as he comes. Because it belongs to him. It belongs to him as a first fruit. Nothing have I ever done to qualify